Advanced grammar often involves the use of complex sentences, and one way to achieve complexity is through the incorporation of relative clauses. Relative clauses add extra information to a sentence, providing more details about a noun. Let's explore this concept with an in-depth explanation and examples. 1. Definition of relative clauses. 1. Definition. A relative clause is a type of subordinate clause that provides additional information about a noun in the main clause. 1. It is introduced by a relative pronoun, such as who, whom, whose, which, or that, or a relative adverb, such as when, where, or why. 2. Structure of relative clauses. Relative pronouns. 1. Subject. Who, which, that. 2. Object. Whom, which, that. 3. Possessive. Whose. Relative adverbs. 1. Place, where. 2. Time, when. 3. Reason, why. 3. Examples of relative clauses. A. Subject relative clause. The person who won the lottery is my cousin. 1. Explanation. In this sentence, who won the lottery is a relative clause providing more information about the noun, person. 1. The relative pronoun, who, is the subject of the clause. B. Object relative clause. I met a girl whom I hadn't seen in years. 1. Explanation. Here, whom I hadn't seen in years, is a relative clause modifying the noun, girl. 1. The relative pronoun, whom, is the object of the clause. C. Possessive relative clause. This is the book whose cover is torn. 1. Explanation. The relative clause, whose cover is torn, adds information about the book, specifying the condition of its cover. D. Relative clause with which. I found the restaurant which serves the best pasta. 1. Explanation. Which serves the best pasta is a relative clause modifying the noun, restaurant. 1. The relative pronoun, which, is used here. E. Relative clause with where. This is the city where I grew up. 1. Explanation. Where I grew up is a relative clause providing information about the noun, city. The relative adverb, where, is used to indicate place. F. Relative clause with when. The day when we met was unforgettable. 1. Explanation. When we met is a relative clause modifying the noun, day. 1. The relative adverb, when, is used to indicate time. G. Relative clause with why. I understood the reason why he resigned. 1. Explanation. Why he resigned is a relative clause providing information about the noun, reason. 1. The relative adverb, why, is used to indicate the reason. 4. Advanced usage in writing. A. Enhancing detail. The scientist, who conducted groundbreaking research on climate change, was awarded the Nobel Prize. 1. Explanation. The relative clause, who conducted groundbreaking research on climate change, adds specific details about the scientist, enhancing the reader's understanding. B. Avoiding repetition. I have a friend whose brother works in finance. The brother, whom I met at the party, shared valuable insights. 1. Explanation. The relative clause, whom I met at the party, helps avoid the repetition of brother, and adds more information about the friend's brother. 5. Tips for using relative clauses. Punctuation. 1. Use commas to set off non-restrictive, non-essential, relative clauses and no commas for restrictive, essential, relative clauses. Choice of pronoun or adverb. 1. Choose the appropriate relative pronoun or adverb based on the role it plays in the relative clause. Clarity. 1. Ensure that the relative clause adds clarity to the sentence and that it is clear which noun it is modifying. Variety. 1. Incorporate a variety of relative clauses to avoid repetitive sentence structures. 6. Additional examples. 1. The woman whose car broke down called for assistance. 2. I visited the museum where famous artists' works are displayed. 3. He explained the reasons why the project faced delays. 4. The novel, which I read last summer, was captivating. By mastering the use of relative clauses, you can create more intricate and nuanced sentences in your writing. The ability to use relative clauses effectively contributes to advanced grammatical skills and enhances the overall sophistication of your English language use.